Oh, is that Pappy?
Maybe.
Hello, young lady. Miss Elvini, how are you doing? And is that right? Well, hello, Eustace.
How'd he do?
What you two up to tonight?
Well, we just took a boat ride from Blackwater to here, and then we're getting ready to take the boat ride back, I think.
How was the ride? Bumpy?
Oh, yes, it was a little bit when we went over the tops of the gators.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah,
I was just with my friend Krusty. He was showing me where to rent a boat down here. I was considering maybe renting one and going fishing or something. What you two up to tonight?
Not too bad. We're out with May. I don't know if you've met Big Pawpaw, who works at the saloon over in Blackwater.
No, I haven't met him, but
He's not happy. Be careful.
Let me get him out of here. Let me just get him. Let me just get him out of here.
Ooh, he's stuck.
All right, settle down. Settle down. All right, just lay down a minute. I haven't met that feller, but I've heard of him. There's another fella in Valentine who, oddly enough, goes by Pappy as well.
I met him.
Oh, you met him?
Oh, wasn't that at the folks for
Elders Society?
Yeah.
Did you all go to that meeting that was the other night?
We did. It was on Saturday. We're not usually awake on Saturday, but we were out that night.
I meant to go to that meeting, but then I ended up going on a big hike instead.
Ooh, that's exciting too, though.
Yeah. So anyway, so I've heard about this. He goes by Pawpaw or something? Is that what you said?
Yes, he told us his name was Big Pawpaw.
Big Pawpaw.
Big Pawpaw, Pappy, and Pappy.
Oh, all right. So and now so now I heard does he own that saloon down in Blackwater? Or he just worked there?
Not sure.
All right.
I'm not sure.
When was the last time you seen him? Because I definitely want to go introduce myself and meet this fella.
I haven't seen him in a while, but I do know for a fact that you have to place your pancake order at least months, even not years in advance.
You have to order what that far in advance?
Pancakes.
It takes him months to make pancakes.
Well, yeah. he had someone else there making them, but it took a while.
I mean, they must be the best pancakes they ever made, I suppose.
But I think if you wanted to talk to him, you can talk to May at the telegram office. I think she's his daughter, but I'm not positive. Maybe granddaughter, I'm not sure.
Is that right? Well, I'll have to, next time I'm through Blackwater, I'll have to have a look. So you two are heading back that way?
Eventually. We're with May right now. May's over at the telegram office here in town with Granny.
Oh, all right.
The's also a Granny here in town.
Is that right?
Yes, she
Granny
works.
too.
Yeah, she works over in Blackwater. She has a bakery over there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go over and let Krusty finish telling me about this boatman. But
sure.
If you see me and you catch up to your other friends, please introduce me to him.
Right. We'll be on a boat out in the swamps, I believe, here in just a little bit.
Oh, you're going into the swamp. All right. Well, then I'll keep an eye out for you later on then.
All right. Sure.
All right. See you in a while.
Good seeing you.
See ya. We're gonna collect Skit too.
Oh, Skit's with you.
Time. Yes.
Mr. Skit, good to see you again.
Oh, hello. Is that, no, you remind me, it's Mr. Pappy, is that right?
Yeah, my name is Pappy. I met you over at the big house there. Last time I saw you were the gardener or something over there.
Yes, gardener / butler.
Gardener / butler, that's right.
But I don't think I'll be doing that anymore. I don't think I'll be welcome there anymore.
Well, why would that be?
Well, I'm writing a tell-all book about what's been happening in that manor.
Tell-all book? Well, I mean, I don't know much about that house other than what I hear through my wife, but it sounds like there are quite the goings-on there quite frequently.
Now, your wife is the nun, Morag, is that right?
Yes, sir. Morag Elizabeth Gould. She and I have been married
a nun?
She wasn't a nun when I married her, Krusty. This is a recent development now.
Oh.
Well, I mean, she's not like your normal nun either. She belongs
the cult
to
leader. I knew it.
No, it's not a cult. It's the Church of JC. I don't exactly know what JC stands for. I guess you have to be a part of the church to know that. But
Just
anyway,
a cult. That's what
but-
it means, JC. Just
JC
a cult.
means-
Just a cult.
Uh-huh.
just a cult? You think that's what that stands for?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah. They took off the A in the middle, but to make it, sound more,
Church
more.
of just a cult?
Oh, just as a word, Justa. Just.
Well, yeah, I think
Yes.
I've seen that written down somewhere. Sure. Oh. Anyway,
You know,
so
Mr. Pappy, your wife, she set my friend on fire. Did you know that?
Oh,
my wife set a friend of yours on fire. Now, which friend would this be, Skit?
Miguel, my colleague and friend Miguel, he was outside the telegram office, and she set him on fire. Try to
Hold
kill
on
him.
a second. I ran into Miguel yesterday, and he told me that he had kind of been in hiding for the last couple of days. Do you reckon why he was in hiding?
He told me, in fact, he telegrammed me. He told me that Morag tried to assassinate him. She set him on fire, failed in that first attempt, and has been trying since to assassinate him again. He's worried for his life. He's in hiding right now.
He is in hiding right now. Now, that cannot be. She did not mention anything to me about trying to set anybody on fire.
Well, she's
Now,
probably
when was-
feeling awfully embarrassed about the whole thing, I expect.
When was the last time you saw Miguel?
I saw him maybe about 4 days ago. He was in awful shape. He had to have his hands all bandaged up.
Oh, my
Nine.
goodness.
You know, he just was not the lover that he once was before. You know, something had been a lot in him had been snuffed out.
Wait, were you? How do you know he wasn't quite the lover as he was before? Did the
Because
two
we
of you
were
have
lovers.
I had no idea. Are you
Yes.
two no longer?
oh my.
Well, he's got his eye on someone, and we were not serious, so I want him to pursue the lady that he's, that he's got a crush on
see.
him. We were just colleagues and lovers. There's nothing wrong with relieving stress in the workplace from time to time.
Would you happen to have any idea where he might have headed when he went into hiding? Because I sure would like to talk to him and see what he says about the whole thing.
I dare not reveal where he might be publicly, but if he would be agreeable to it, I could one time take you to him, Mr. Pappy, if you would agree to that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if he's agreeable to it, I certainly would like to have a discussion with him about it. But let him know if he don't feel comfortable sharing any information with me. I'd totally understand.
He did say the last time I spoke to him via telegram that he might be brave in Saint Denis again. He has business here, so if you do see him around the city, I expect he might, be
All right.
agreeable to being spoken to. But otherwise, he told me that he was going to a very remote and quiet place to hide. Otherwise,
I see. Oh goodness, sounds like he's been through quite the ordeal.
This
Or
whole
more
colleagues,
million.
this whole colleagues and lovers sounds like it could be an entire chapter in the tell-all.
It wasn't gonna be actually, because I had to write about me being with Phyllis, not romantically, intimately. I thought that needed a bit more of a chapter than me and Miguel do you?
Now
Sure.
now I know Miss Phyllis. Now you've also been with Miss Phyllis intimately, have you?
Oh yes, I climbed those hills. I did.
Oh,
And-
you? Oh, I see.
Yes.
Oh,
Of course, Phyllis and I, that's a whole other kind of thing. We're not colleagues. She's the lady of the house, and I'm hired help, and there's a lot of things that we had to discuss. You got to make sure you got your boundaries all, figured away with all of that. If you're
Well,
going to take on a lover that's of high society.
Now, if you ask me, it doesn't sound like there were any boundaries there at all.
Well, we removed the boundaries.
Oh, I
That's
see.
what.
Remove.
Now that's the power of infatuation. There. What were you saying, Eustace? Name?
Oh, nothing. Keep, carry on.
You just shattered them boundaries altogether. Now, Skit, pray tell, when does this tell-all book come out? I sure would like to read some.
Well,
Yes.
I'm currently writing the thing. I'm up to chapter where the marshal gave himself as a submissive tribute to the Lady Constance, and she
What?
rejected him. And so I need to finish that chapter and a few more after that, and then we'll be good to go, get that published.
That sounds like quite the scandal as well. I can't even imagine. Well, I look greatly forward to reading this masterpiece that you are putting together.
You'll
Twists
have
and
a
turns.
scandal chapter to look forward to, I promise you that.
How many chapters can there be? How many scandals have
5
occurred?
million chapters. Or maybe a little bit less.
Oh,
Do they
Maybe a
even
little
make
bit
enough
less.
paper to
Oh
write a book
my.
that big?
Depends how many
maybe.
words I do per chapter.
Then again, it may be too heavy to carry.
Oh yeah, it'll be too
Oh.
heavy
Point,
to
Eustace.
carry.
Maybe if we get one big book printed, and then I can just charge people to read the book as they come to it. Now,
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe
Roll it
you just
around in a
release it in
wheelbarrow.
volumes.
No, not volumes. I think everybody's got the right idea. Get a wheelbarrow, or maybe even a train,
Oh,
or the tram. Maybe we put it on the front of the train, and we'll just drive it round.
You know, I met a fella in Valentine the other day that told me that he had arrived in town to reopen the train.
Oh,
So
we need
he-
the trains.
Yeah, he was telling me he was in process of doing all the paperwork, and he was hoping to get it up and running in the not too distant future.
Oh, is this someone that has a dream and so he's making that a reality, or is it someone that actually has trains?
Well, I mean, it sounded to me when I first started talking to him, it just sounded like someone with a far-fetched dream. But the longer I talked to him, the more I became convinced that he just might be someone who can make it happen.
Oh, well, I look forward to having the trains again, because I don't know if you noticed outside the telegram office, there's that huge dust of, cloud of dust, and we need to send that back to Rhodes. Rhodes dumped that there.
Yeah,
on
Krusty
the
and I
train.
just rode through that big cloud
It's
of dust. didn't we?
awful. We need to send that back to Rhodes. We need to send it back.
Yeah, send the bag.
Too sweet, too sweet.
Oh, Krusty, is this the fella you were telling me about the boat?
Oh, yeah. This man over here with the clipboard.
Oh,
let me see how much it costs.
That's the man that has the
Pappy?
boats.
Oh, yeah.
Here's May.
Well, now, Eustace. Now, maybe my eyes are failing me, but I see two young ladies standing in front of me. Which am I supposed to guess? Which one is
so,
May?
So the one on the left is May, and Granny Sue's on the right.
I do.
Your left or my left?
Oh my.
It's both of our lefts.
Oh, both of us.
You need new glasses.
Well, hello there, Miss May. How are you doing today?
I'm doing quite well. Maylis Beeford's my name. Yep.
I love your jewelry.
Well, my name is Pappy Ghoul. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
And how about you, young lady? What's your name?
Oh, I'm Suzanne. Most folks call me Granny Sue.
Yeah, Elvini and Eustace mentioned that there was a young lady by the name of Granny Sue in town. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you as well, Pappy Ghoul.
Oh yeah, he's part of that old folks society as well.
Well, I mean, in fact, I do know Miss Desdemona, and she had invited me to the meeting the other night, which I happened to miss. But I did participate recently in a bango event that she put on, and that was quite the time.
Oh goodness, was it ever?
What, were you there that night?
Yes, I was.
Oh, my
I
good-
seen that nun choke that little girl that done what?
Well, you know what? Yeah, that nun happens to be my wife. Now, I was looking in the other direction when that supposedly happened, so I didn't see it myself. But yeah, that young lady who that happened to, she made sure and tell me all about it next time I saw her.
Oh, really now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one's name is Lucy, and she told me she
Gonna
told
go
me
look
she.
for the earring man.
All right, Skip. She told me she was running for sheriff down here in Saint Denis. She called herself Lucy with the big something or another. I can't remember what that last part was.
Oh, I ain't heard that none.
Yeah, so keep an eye out. I mean, I've only met her a couple of times. I don't know how good a sheriff she'd be, but you know, she's sounds like a young person with a lot of dreams herself, which I can respect.
Yeah. I think I've seen her probably about 2 or 3 times down in Blackwater, isn't it?
Oh, I see. All right. She's quite the handful from what I gather.
Yeah, I kind of get that as well.
Now, what is it you two do for a living?
You go first, Granny.
Well, I own a bakery in Blackwater right there on Main Street, just down the way from May's business.
All right. And what business is that, Mamie?
I run the Fish in a Bucket Tavern there on the corner from my big pawpaw.
Now, Eustace was just telling me about that saloon down there and told me about Big Pawpaw. I've heard the fella's name from the man they call Pappy up in Valentine, who I guess is the mayor over there. We were kind of laughing because he said, there's 3 of us walking around town. There's the 2 Pappies and a Pawpaw. I haven't met that fella yet, but I'm going to get my way down there to meet him sometime.
Yep, that's Big Pawpaw, or Buck Buford. We are the Buford family.
All right. And how's business down there?
Booming.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Just like Blackwater in its entirety.
Blackwater is booming. Is that right? Well, that is good to hear.
Has he caught up on the pancakes yet? I've heard the orders are backed up for months, even not years.
Oh, the Pawpaw's tavern biscuit pancakes?
Yeah, the pancakes.
The tavern
Yeah.
pancakes,
Apparently
yeah.
they're on order for months on end, huh?
Oh, okay. Blowing smoke up everybody's asses. That's too kind. But we just hired on a lady named Miss Doe or Dorothy, and she's the only one that works for us behind the bar that isn't a Buford herself. But she's real sweet.
right.
You'll always see her down
she's
there in
a
the
sweet
morning.
lady.
In the morning. I was going to say, I was through Blackwater late yesterday evening and didn't look like anybody was working, so I'm more likely to catch someone early on.
Yeah, I'm looking to hire on another bartender for the evening shift. As
Oh.
dedicated as Miss Doe. Yep. I usually do evenings, but I got attacked by a cougar a few days ago, so I've been
Oh,
healing
Oh, my
from her.
goodness.
Yeah, it nearly
Are
took
you
me
all
out.
right? Oh, man.
I'm 9.5 fingers, but I'm still standing.
9.5. Well, I mean, that's almost as good as 10 anyhow.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm glad to see you're okay. Now, Miss Granny, how's the bakery going?
Oh, it's going real good. I can make some cakes and pies and such. And oh man, do folks love Granny's pie?
Folks love Granny's pie. Is that well?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's
What kind of
wonderful.
flavors do you have for those pies?
Right now, I just have the raspberry, but I'm hoping that at some point we'll have more. I'm trying to figure
Sure.
out how to make some other flavors to put in there.
Now, I can't tell a lie, Miss Granny. I do love a good raspberry pie now.
Oh, who doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I'll have to stop by and have some one day, maybe.
Oh yeah, come
How's
on
that?
back.
Is that right on the same path as the saloon is?
Yes, right there on the main street. It's an unmarked building, but it's got like a little cafe inside of it, like tea settings and such.
All right. Is it on the same side of the street?
No, opposite side.
Opposite side. All right.
Yeah.
I will have a look for it.
Yep. You can't hardly miss it. Right now, there's a bunch of newspapers stuck out in front of it. Almost looks like it should be a newspaper business or something.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, are all 4 of you heading up to the swamp on that boat?
yes. Skit was going to go, but Skit's got to stay in town for just a little bit.
Well, Krusty must have run off with him then, I guess.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, I was going to ask that young man. Oh, he went looking for that jewelry too. All right. Yeah, I was going to ask Krusty if you wanted to go do some fishing or something, but guess I'll have to catch up to him later on.
Do you want to join us on the boat?
Well, you know what? That sounds lovely. Now, is the boat going to be big enough, do you reckon?
Yes, sir.
We had Skid on there with all of us. It worked just fine.
Oh, well, then in that case, I would love to go. Appreciate the invitation.
I just need to stop by the bank before we head out to Le Gras, and then, yeah.
Well, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for the invite.
I think between me and Granny, we have food or drink if you get hungry or thirsty.
Well, that is
Definitely do.
fantastic. Well, yeah, that was one of the reasons why I was going around to the saloons earlier. I'm kind of running. Well, I don't have anything to drink other than my canteen, but I was hoping to pick up something or another.
Oh, well, here, let me get you something. No. I done packed a whole picnic, I swear.
It's the best thing about grannies. They always have a picnic in their pocket, don't they?
That is true. You are not wrong about that.
Well, thank you very much. How much can I give you for this lemonade?
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, Granny. Well, I appreciate you.
Let me give you one of these pies too, though. That way,
Oh.
because I done brought some with me. I did.
Fantastic.
People line up for those. That's not even fudging the truth.
Well, thank you very well. That's lovely. You know, I didn't even have to travel all the way to Blackwater to get some of Granny's pie. That makes my day.
Oh yes, I might start traveling to sell them, as Miss Mamie was telling me I should do.
Sounds like a good idea. If you got people lining up for them, the more you travel around, the more people you're going to have lining up.
Oh yes, yes indeed.